It's a Marvel sequel. I've seen one of those gone terribly wrong before, or like mildly disappointing. Except for Captain America. He's alright.
So we're saving the galaxy again?
Yep.
Awesome! We're really gonna be able to jack up our price if we're two-time galaxy savers.
Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2 is directed by James Gunn and it stars Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper as the voice of Rocket, Vin Diesel as the voice of Baby Groot, Michael Rooker, Kurt Russell. I mean, they even got Sylvester Stallone to be in this movie. There is a lot of people here. So basically, I'm not really going to give that much of the plot away of Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2 because the trailers really reveal not much. That might be half the reason why I didn't do a video on it, because there's nothing new to talk about in that trailer except for visual spectacle. So basically, Star-Lord ends up meeting his dad, and it's like a whole movie based around relationships and family and really building characters. I mean, this movie, I think Chris Pratt said it's like the biggest scope movie, and I would not really disagree with that because there is a large scope to this movie. But one thing I thought this movie did is that it really built the characters. Like, you really feel for each individual character because it builds them up so well. That's pretty much the plot of Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2. But really, Guardians 2 doing so much work with the characters is probably one of the biggest surprises about this movie, to be honest. I thought, you know what? We're going to have action movie. We're going to have a lot of locations. It's going to be big scope. It's going to be big spectacle locations. Like, not that much, not terribly too much character development, but you know what? This movie did it. It did it really well. And I gotta just commend that to the writing of the movie. I mean, James Gunn, I can't remember if he wrote this or not. For the sake of this video and me not doing any more research, he wrote it. Also directed the movie as well. Direction, perfect. I mean, he brings the zaniness but the seriousness and the, like, how, like, it's Marvel. He brings that to the movie. I'm interested to see what he does with Vol. 3. Here the writing's really good. It builds up all the characters. Star-Lord has more layers added to him. Gamora, Nebula, their dynamic. The dynamic relationship between Gamora and Nebula is further expanded upon and made pretty great. Drax has more development. He has this relationship with like a new Guardian called Mantis. Mantis has developed more than I thought she would actually be. Rocket's probably the most developed character and he has nice bonding moments with like Star-Lord and Yondu and a couple other members of the Guardians. And Groot, he's just baby Groot. The acting from everyone as well is also really well done. I mean, you just see more like, it just seems more serious coming out of them opposed to the first movie where it was all sort of lighthearted at times. And that's not to mention that Guardians doesn't have lighthearted moments. It definitely does, but it is not afraid to go really, really serious. And in like, it has those serious moments, but also the lighthearted moments. I mean, with Doctor Strange, had serious moments, alright? But it has like a couple of the serious moments which are undercut by the fact that they put humor in this. Whereas Guardians naturally has humor which fits with Rocket or Groot or Drax. Like, any one of them, it works out pretty fine. Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2, does it have cliches? Yeah, it does. It does, but it's a well-constructed story in the way that it kind of feels small and condensed, yet really large in scope, and it's very personal as well. And I think it's something that the first Guardians was missing more than this one, and it's something that I think a lot of the other Marvel movies miss a little bit. Like, this movie feels really personal amongst a group of people, opposed to the Avengers feeling like a team-up movie, or Avengers 2's feeling a team-up movie. This feels definitely way more personal. Also, you know how like everyone was raving about the opening credits of Deadpool? Like how they revolutionized it? Yeah, the Guardians 2 pretty much does something way similar. Not in the sense of it, like, it gives all the cast members names, but it does something in the vein that I found similar to Deadpool. I reckon it was definitely inspired by that. Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2 I find is a much more of a different comic book, like, superhero movie than the other ones. I mean, we've got a lot of different ones, like, lately, like, Deadpool was the first R-rated, like, comedy one. Doctor Strange felt psychedelic. Logan were really serious and felt like an old western. And here with Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2, which felt like a much more personal movie and felt somewhat more, like, a movie more geared towards building characters and having those serious moments and showing, like, stakes, yet also having levity, and I think it found the perfect mix between both. There is a slight problem with Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2. It's that with some of the plot elements, Like, it's hard to distinguish between them because it's totally believable some things that do happen. It's just a matter of, would that actually happen, or is that just something that happened? You know what I mean? It's like something really questionable, but we just gotta go along with it for the plot to actually work out. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, it's a fun movie. The music is still fantastic, possibly better than the first movie. Maybe, I'm not really sure, I'm kind of tossing it up. It's a great, like, listen to one album, listen to the other album. They're both pretty great. I will say that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is Platypus-tacular. Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? What did you think of it? What superhero team-up movie are you looking forward to more? Like, are you Justice League, Avengers? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe and comment with Platypus, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh wow, you made it to the end of the video. Good job. How about you click that subscribe button for more content? Or click one of these two videos. You know, either one's good enough.